Imagine walking into a crowded room and instantly feeling every heartbeat, every muscle twitch, every nervous flutter around you. Not hearing it, not seeing it, feeling it. Like having a sixth sense that turns you into a human line detector, empath, and walking medical scanner all rolled into one. Welcome to Life with Shark Electroreception. And trust me, it's not as cool as it sounds. Your story begins before you even take your first breath. While most people are blissfully unaware in the womb, you are already picking up electrical signals. Your mom's heartbeat isn't just a sound, it's a constant electrical pulse you can feel. The doctors are confused when you seem to react people approaching before they even touch your mom's belly. Little do they know, you're sensing their bioelectricity from 3 feet away. Congratulations, you are not even born yet and you are already a medical mystery. Fast forward to toddlerhood and you are basically a tiny electrical detective. While other kids are learning to talk and walk, you're unconsciously avoiding areas with too much electrical activity. The TV corner? Nope. Too much interference. Near the microwave? Absolutely not. Your parents think you're just a picky kid, but you're actually experiencing electrical overload from household appliances. And here is where it gets weird. You can sense when someone's lying because their stress level literally changed their electrical output. Your parents quickly learn they can't lie about whether you can have an ice cream for breakfast. Your mom's electrical signature spikes every day, every time she says, "We'll see," which you've learned means absolutely not. Elementary schools where your power becomes both a blessing and a curse. Your kid who always knows when the teacher is having a bad day, her electrical field becomes erratic and when she is stressed. You can tell when classmates are nervous about presentations because their bioelectricity goes haywire. This makes you surprisingly empathetic, but also incredibly exhausted. Imagine feeling everyone's anxiety during test time. It's like being in a room full of electrical storms. The cafeteria is particularly brutal. Hundreds of kids with varying electrical signatures all mixed together. You start eating lunch in the library, claiming you're a bookworm, but really you just need somewhere with fewer people and their chaotic electrical fields. If elementary school was challenging, middle school is your electrical hell. Puberty hits everyone like a truck, and guess what? Hormonal changes create electrical chaos. You can literally feel when someone has a crush. Their electrical fields get all fluttery and unstable. The hallways become a minefield of teenage electrical drama. The quiet kid everyone thinks is calm, you know he is internally screaming because his bioelectricity is going crazy. Meanwhile, you're trying to navigate your own puberty while being walking mood detector. Dating becomes impossible because you know immediately if someone likes you, is bored, or is lying about finishing their homework they want to copy. High school brings new challenges because now you're old enough to understand what you're feeling and it's terrifying. You become the unofficial therapist friend because you can sense when someone's struggling emotionally. Your electrical sixth sense makes you incredibly good at reading people but terrible at small talk. While everyone is worried about feeding it, you're trying not to have a sensory overload in the hallways. You discover that different emotions create different electrical patterns. Anger has a sharp, jagged field. Sadness is like a low, steady rain, and happiness? That's like warm, sparkly electricity that you actually enjoy being around. You start gravitating towards genuinely happy people, which makes you seem like the most positive person in school when really you're just seeking electrical comfort. College is where you finally start to see your ability as a superpower rather than a curse. You become the world's best study group organizer because you can sense who's actually focused and who's just pretending to study. Your dorm room becomes a sanctuary. You specifically request a single room claiming you need quiet for studying, but really you just need a break from constant electrical input. You excel in psychology classes because you can literally feel emotional responses, making you incredibly insightful about human behavior. Dating gets interesting because you can sense attraction, but you also develop a moral code about not abusing this power. Well, mostly. You definitely use it to avoid awkward conversations and know when to exit parties before the drama starts. Career wise, you're basically cheating at life, but in the best way possible. Job interviews are a joke because you can sense exactly what the interviewer wants to hear based on their electrical responses to your answers. You go into psychology naturally, but you could have been successful in sales, negotiations, or any field requiring people skills. You become known for your incredible intuition and emotional intelligence. Colleagues think you're just really good at reading body language, but you're literally feeling their bioelectricity. You can sense when someone's lying in meetings, when they're excited about project, or when they are about to quit before they even know it themselves. Your boss loves you because you can predict workplace drama and head it off before it starts. Romantic relationships are complicated when you can literally feel your partner's emotions. The good news? You always know when they're happy, excited, or genuinely in love with you. The bad news? You also know when they're annoyed, bored, or thinking about their ex. It takes finding someone very mature and emotionally stable, because dating someone with constant electrical chaos is exhausting. When you finally find the one, it's partly because their electrical signature feels like home calm, steady, and warm. They think you're just incredibly intuitive and emotionally intelligent. You never tell them about your ability, but you do mysteriously always know exactly when they need comfort, space, or spare pizza. Your relationships becomes the stuff of legends because you literally cannot ignore their emotional needs. But okay, let's be real. This power isn't all sunshine and emotional rainbows. Crowded places are still overwhelming. Concerts, festivals, sporting events. Forget it. Too many electrical signatures create sensory overload that leaves you with splitting headaches. You become expert at finding quiet spaces and scheduling alone time. Airports are torture because everyone's stressed and their electrical fields are chaotic. You develop coping mechanism, noise cancelling headphones don't help with electrical noise, but they signal to others that you are not available for small talk. You become that person who always has an excuse to leave parties early, not because you're antisocial, but because human electrical fields are exhausting. On the flip side, you become incredible at crisis management. You can sense medical emergencies before they happen. Someone's electrical field goes haywire right before they faint or have a panic attack. You've saved lives by calling ambulances for people who seemed fine, but whose bioelectricity told a different story. Or you're amazing with animals because you can sense their comfort levels and emotional states. Pets love you because you never push their boundaries. You can feel when they want attention and when they need space. You become known as the person who just has a way with both people and animals, when really you're just reading their electrical signatures. So, would I recommend being born with shark electroreception, or would I want? It's complicated. On one hand, you would have incredible emotional intelligence, be amazing at reading people, and potentially save lives. It's very good. You'd be successful in careers, requiring people skills, and have deep, meaningful relationships. On the other hand, you would be constantly overwhelmed in social situations, unable to enjoy crowded events, and mentally exhausted from feeling everyone's emotions all the time. You would be living life with the emotional volume turned up to 11, which sounds profound until you realize that includes feeling your neighbor's 3 a.m. anxiety attacks through the apartment wall. And life with electroreception would be having a superpower that doubles as a curse. You would be most emotionally intelligent person in any room, but you would also need to leave that room frequently for your own sanity. It's the kind of ability that would make you incredibly empathetic and successful, but you also require you to completely restructure how you interact with the world. So what do you think? Would you want to feel everyone's electrical signature? Or are you happy just guessing what people are thinking, like the rest of us? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe because next week we're exploring what would happen if you were born with gecko wall climbing abilities. Your childhood would be very different, and yeah, not in a good way.